How is everyone doing today? I'm seeing kind of mixed conversations about how today was in the PM chat here, and I want to kind of talk about that. And yeah, today was a difficult day. So here's my situation with today. Okay, we'll kind of go through it, but I got to keep an eye on price because we definitely could reverse. We've accumulated for a bit here, and so I think I want to be bearish, but it's really hard to be bearish after how much we've dumped. I would rather just see like expansive candles to the downside to run this, or like something really convincing that tells us, okay, this is a sweep and then we're going to get a long after. That's kind of my dream scenario for today. If we come down to 848, I guess I'll look for a reaction there for a long, but probably going to stick to this idea where we just kind of stay within these bounds here, like here to here, because after following as much as we have, I just don't know how much more we have left to go. So let's get started. I thought today was really easy to read off open. I saw price respecting bearish PD arrays here, and I saw this liquidity here. So I was like, okay, we're going to come down to London low. This is our dream scenario, and then maybe look for a long from there. When we broke through London, okay, clearly we don't want to see longs yet, so we're going to look for the next level of liquidity. That was here at low of day. Okay, we check to see a reaction there. Okay, we get kind of a soup reaction. We get this inverse. Okay, so we take this. Yes, the 30-second failed, but we have to use the highest time frame fair value gap as our guide here. And so as long as this is holding, it's still a valid setup, right? And so obviously we tank a lot of drawdown there, but your hard stop's at the low. So worst case scenario, you get stopped out. That's what good risk management is for, right? If you get hard stop, it's not the end of the world. And then obviously we take it for the win. That's it. Price chops. Then we get this short here, which this was decent because we came up and swept this high, and I think we had an SMT at this point where price on ES had tapped into the 15-minute, and we get a very, very bearish rejection, and we hold this 30 seconds. So in hindsight, yes, it's a short at low of day, but if we were bullish, would this have happened? And even if we did want to be bullish, does it make sense to see a manipulation like here before getting long? Probably, right? So this plays out. That's fine. We crush the low, so that tells us, okay, we're going much lower. And then we get the confirmation setup here, and I think there was one here as well. So two confirmation setups on the way down to previous day low. We run that, and since then we've just kind of stalled. I think this was the draw for the day, and so trying to long after that was difficult because yes, we have inefficiencies above that probably need to be grabbed, but we haven't gotten enough of an order flow switch to confirm that we're going to be bullish. Now, I say all this, but I'm not really listening to my own advice at all. I kind of went full DJ, and I'll get into that in a little bit. This 30-second long, and particularly this one, I thought were both great setups. If you took this loss, this was a good loss. The risk to reward here on this long working is worth the loss every single time, right? You get in there, stop loss here for 12 points, and you're targeting like 98, okay? So it's worth it. Even just to the high here, it's 1R at least. So it's very good risk to reward. And ultimately, like, it ends up working. This 4-minute, while yes, it's an A plus setup, I don't like because this is the 30-second, this is the long that should have worked, and you're chasing the long here. Plus, we don't inverse the last 1-minute gap, and that's truly the last thing that has to break here to confirm we're going to those highs. And so when we get this soup reaction there and we come back lower, that makes sense. Same thing here. We hold the, forget what gap it was. We hold the 5-minute, come back down, so order flow hasn't switched. And then we start to hold this 3-minute, right? And we still really haven't broken this one yet. I mean, I think maybe we closed above here. Yeah, we closed above, but like not really convincing. The VI still holding. The VI is not significant though, so kind of ignore that. But let's see, is there any other gap here that we can kind of identify? Not really. I mean, this candle kind of throws everything off. But overall, I mean, because we failed to kind of breach this high, we don't really know that we're going higher yet. So this is kind of going to be our key. And if I go out here a little bit, we'll say like this 5-minute gap is what's holding, right? You can see that, I guess. So as long as that's holding, we're technically still bearish order flow. However, when we're this deep in discount, we can't short. So what do? This is what I did. Because I see price starting to generate liquidity here, I'm going to start attacking longs, okay? Attack the first 30 second. Okay, that's an L. So I was up 180, whatever it was, from the initial long, and then I lost, I think it was like 150 on that. We come back down. I don't take this long. I don't take that long. I don't take really any of these longs. This long, I think I tried, and I got break even on. And then I start trying all these longs, because I know that eventually we're going to get the stop run to run this LRLR. Like, I know it's coming. Okay? And we leave all this liquidity up here. So I try, I get break even, whatever. And then finally on this inverse here is the one that sends us. Okay? And that's the trade that I won on. And while, yes, price was difficult to read here, this was just essentially accumulation. This was essentially chop. And I am basically just gambling the break of this liquidity. But with experience, with time, I've seen this happen so often where we generate liquidity after a big dump and then we get these stop run candles right back up. I wouldn't have been surprised if we went all the way. Like, we came all the way back to the inefficiencies, but obviously we get held up there again. So our condition for this session is going to be the 5-minute. As long as this 5 minutes holding, we're technically still bearish. Lower time frame. Higher time frame, I'm kind of leaning more neutral, but I could definitely see if we start breaking down here, the run to this low. That makes sense. And then, yeah, while we're in here, there's not really too much we can do. If we want, we can take some, like, eval longs or singular funded longs or the Lucid account longs if you guys have those Lucid accounts and you don't really care about them too much from the lows here. And then just try and scalp, right? Right now, all we're worried about is scalping because these are the price conditions. This is what it's told us, right? We're not holding for the home run. We're not doing that yet. But I really do like these highs all getting stacked up like this. This is nice. If we make another leg up and put in another high, that would be even better for the longs. So, oh, wait, why can't you guys see my mouse? Let me change something. You guys see it now? I'm going to have to say all this again? No. Can you guys hear it? Hello? Hello, hello? Okay, so basically the gist is longs, scalp longs here were good. Dream scenario for today is watch reactions to the lows being swept here and watch for a breakdown at lunch low. If we get a breakdown, we're going to go for 848 and then maybe we see a long 3 o'clock to play PO3. But, I mean, I think you guys get the gist, right? Essentially, all I was doing here is I was watching price generate liquidity, and I was attacking each one of these, like, candles up, anticipating a stop run, okay? And then every single time, like, the stop run failed, I would just wait and then manage my risk and then, you know, take another attempt and whatever. And, well, yeah, it's kind of degenning. I mean, all of my trades that I took were well risk managed. I wasn't going to blow the account in a single trade. I was keeping it within my risk. And by this trade, actually, I was up 600 doing this, like just scalping. And when we got this candle, that's when I was like, oh my God, this is the actual stop run. And so I held the position for like 65 points on a mini. So yeah, the thing is, where I feel like maybe a lot of you got caught up was each time we had one of these pump candles, that's when you entered. But the problem is you can't enter before the stop run. You have to enter, or you can't enter after the stop run. You have to enter before the stop run happens in order to capture these scalps. So we're getting our breakdown. Um, but yeah, genuinely, like this is why also like I prefer not to trade after 11:10. I broke my rules. Obviously trading after it, but I felt the longs coming. They were there. We had the opportunity, so I don't know. I feel like I'm getting very discretionary about my trading lately, and it's kind of paying off, but I want to kind of tighten up again a little bit. So I think 848 could be in the cards. This reaction isn't terrible. We have a 2 minute gap here that's going to form in 10 seconds. I am a bad example. I am feeling like, I know that you guys are always getting on Dodgy for some of the ways that he trades, and I am being somewhat of a bad example. So take kind of what I've said about trading here with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, this was your one objective, okay? We got the 1 minute long here. If you follow the model correctly, this is your win for the session. You stop until PM, okay? And that's it. You miss out on all this. You miss out on all this. I mean, yeah, that's about it. None of this is really like A plus price action. This is lower probability conditions. Could I have easily lost and blown all the lucids and had to come to you guys and be like, listen, guys, I went degen. I did something stupid. Sure, that could have 100% happened. And I would have had to, save face, eat crow, and take the L. Yeah, because what I mean, Tommy, is like I preach one thing, and we talk about being risk managed and not doing stupid things and not trading outside of the kill zones or whatever. But then I do something stupid like that, so that would be like Ikro. Yeah, exactly. I just had probably an unhealthy conviction with Price getting a stop run there. I was sitting in a group chat with my friends, and we were all kind of agreeing on it, and it eventually came. And I knew that the stop run would pay off all the break evens or the tiny losses I'd taken because I was going to hold the position with size. And I'd actually caught this move here, and I was up like 65 points, and I hadn't scaled, and I got break even. And I caught this move here when we got this like 30-second inverse whatever, and I was up like 45 points, and I got break even. So I was mentally prepared to take a lot of break even trades, going for the home run, going for the um the big buffer on Lucid, right? Um, it's something that I really haven't done before, and I was just kind of testing things out, and it worked for me. I'm not sure if it'll work again in the future, but I don't know. I had a lot of conviction there. Yeah, I mean, I was happy with even potentially blowing the accounts today. That's kind of the mindset that I was in. I don't know if that was necessarily a good mindset, but I would have been happy however that turned out. I wanted to build a big buffer on these accounts. Um, I kind of switched my mind back and forth a couple times about whether I was going to take them seriously, but I came to the realization that I had my serious accounts. Those are my apexes. Those are my babies. Whatever. And the lucid accounts, I do think it's smarter to build a bigger buffer on an initial setup, because what that allows you to do going forward is just basically play risk off, right? And just take smart trades and just continue to take payouts once you have that buffer built. Yeah, I'm in 50Ks. Um Ash, yeah, when you this is the key to overcoming your emotions with trading. The moment you notice them, that's when you stop. Okay? When I had this nice win to build that buffer on the Lucids, I was emotionally like not in the right headspace. I wanted to keep trading. I wanted to be greedy. I wanted to, build the buffer even more. Okay, turn it into like a 15K day. But I knew that there was this element of greed and there was this emotion in the back of my head that was screaming at me, and I wasn't in the right headspace to like make a good informed decision. And so I decided, you know what? Even though I see this banger 1 minute long here with the SMT, which I thought would take us all the way back to like lunch highs potentially, I didn't take it because I'm like, even if this works out with this nice, displacement candle, we have a nice break even. I'm not in a mental position really to make a good call, because if I lose on this, okay, where am I going to be at, right? And so that's what you have to do, emotionally, right? If you're struggling with emotions and psychology, the moment you recognize them is the moment you make the decision to stop trading, right? Because you really shouldn't be in that headspace ever, right? And what that'll allow you to do going forward is be better at recognizing patterns that lead to those emotions. So getting the journal done and getting that data to identify those patterns, as well as just the cognizance, right, to make that happen in live time is definitely like the step, right? Yeah, mindfulness, exactly. Yeah, and like that's the part you have to be okay with. I was completely okay with being up 65 points and having this come all the way back. I was completely okay with having this up 45 points. Do you know why? Because I journaled my options trade yesterday, okay? And I recognize that no trade is a guarantee. I can let it go all the way almost to 2 points of TP, and it doesn't matter, okay? Because it can come all the way back. And through that journaling and through that self-reflection, I realized I wasn't going to let myself do that again, okay? And so despite that happening twice more today on these moves, I didn't let it affect my emotions, okay? It's just, it's a part of trading. It is what it is. I'm not going to. I saw this really funny TikTok, and it's kind of true. I'm not going to let candlesticks get me mad, right? I'm not going to let candlesticks affect my emotions. They're just candlesticks, right? And so, Swig, you got to treat them as just candlesticks. I know that there's money behind it. I know that there's emotions. I know that there's bills. I know that there's whatever. But at the end of the day, you have to view these as just candlesticks. It's just part of the game. Because if you add all these additional qualifiers to what they are, that's what's going to mess with you, right? How much buffer am I creating? I think I'm going to try and go for 4K. 4K before I take anything. Gun game later? Sure. Smooth. Guys, I think Top Step goes bankrupt next year. Wow, Wick. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Wick, like that's my concern with doing something with them right now. I'm up 1.5 over 5. I want to get to the 3K buffer, because here's the thing with end of day drawdown accounts that's kind of like enticing, okay? You start each day with 2K drawdown, okay? Any additional profit you make adds on to that drawdown intraday. So because I'm up 1.5K, I now have a 3.5K drawdown buffer, okay? That gives me a lot of room to full port. I can make a lot happen with that, right? Because instead of capping myself at only 2K drawdown, where I can only risk, let's say, 25% of the account if I'm quote unquote full porting, here I can allow myself to risk $800 in a trade, right? Okay, but here's where it gets dangerous. If I lose, what's going to happen to my mental? How am I going to recover after a loss, right? And so because I'm kind of approaching uncharted territory with this, I've never really been in this situation. I don't want to test my fate, you know, trying to trade this more and full port this more. Right. I'll just go back to normal. I was able to do this on one day. I should be able to do it again. And the good news is I'm almost out of the drawdown period, right? Now I'm at like 1,400 per account, okay? So I need to make 600 more dollars, and then I'll be out of the drawdown, and this won't even be a concern to me anyway. All the profit I make from here will just go straight into the balance. So that's kind of how I've justified it. Yes, is it nice to have 3.5k drawdown? Sure, but I mean, it's just better to just take a step back and walk away. And so you kind of have to do that in live time yourself, right? And like somebody said, be mindful whenever you're trading, right? And don't let the greed or the FOMO or, you know, whatever take over, right? Yeah. And the thing is, I think the way that I talked about that like might have influenced some people. I think I said something like, as long as we're holding this 30-second, we should be good, right? And so what I meant when I said that was, okay, if we look at the 1 minute here, the 30-second is our inception gap, right? So you have to include this in your stop loss. What I assumed was that, okay, if the 1 minute closes below here, since it's a smaller gap, if the 30-second still holds, this is a valid trade. I didn't assume that the 30-second would close first and then the 1 minute would hold. It's if both close. That's the key. Both time frames have to close in order for this to be a stop out. Okay? And I guess that's how I'll phrase that, you know, going forward. Yeah, putting your hard stop at the low and then a manual stop if both time frames close. Yeah, no, Swig, I get it, right? That's where you can't let the emotions, you can't let the candlesticks affect you, right? They're just candles. If you're building lucids, you should consider using them when the market is falling like today. I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's honestly, if I were to go back and retrade this day in hindsight, I would just be shorting all these stop runs. The problem is, I hate shorting and discount. I hate it. So I'm always looking for the opportunity to catch the long stop run instead. Like to actually catch the stop run move and then see if it turns into something real. That's what I prefer doing. And sometimes it gets me burnt, and sometimes it ends up ending up really well for me because the problem is I always have to trade with a draw liquidity in mind. And here with this short, nothing is confirmed as far as a draw when we're here, right? Until we get that like very obvious move to the downside that, you know, we're heading towards liquidity, right? I literally mentioned a short the 25 330. Did I? I did, yeah, to Ryan. I said long 25 275 and I said short 25 330. That's what I was telling Ryan in the moment because he was talking about how he like took a long here somewhere and then when it started pulling against him he stopped out for like 10 points. Something like that. It was like this here. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is though, the mindset of we're so low we have to bounce is dangerous because you have to pair that mindset, that thought process with something on the charts that's actually going to tell you that. You can't have that thought process as an independent thought itself because when you do that you run into bearish trend days sometimes or bullish trend days where that just doesn't happen. So did anything today tell us that structure was really going to like come all the way back? Not really. There was a moment here with the 1 minute, right? Like we would get a pullback, but nothing order flow wise or structure wise told us, okay, you know, we're 100% going back here, right? There was moments, there was like flashes of, oh, okay, you know, we're generating liquidity to the upside here. We should get a stop run, right? And like at this point, what do I always say? I say if we don't get a reversal at 10:10, when should we next look for a reversal? And then if we don't get it then, what should we expect? Right? So if we don't get a reversal by like 10:10, 10:15, then it's probably a bearish trend day for the AM session. If we don't get a reversal at 11, then it's probably a bearish trend day overall, which if you look at 11 here, we fail to get that reversal. Okay, so this was your clue that, okay, today's a bearish trend day. So, yeah, I longed against the trend. Was it smart? I don't know, probably not. I was same as you guys. I had conviction for different reasons. I just saw this forming and I was like, yeah, this is getting ran. And like I allow myself to do that. I allow myself to take trades that are maybe not as good in terms of the bias if the draw on liquidity is very good. Like we just talked about it yesterday, right? Strong draw, weak order flow is still a good trade. So that was kind of this here, strong draw, weak order flow. I know it's only 3 hits, but I don't know. This just looked like it was ready to go. I guess 4 if you count that one. Yeah, exactly, Fahrenheit. Should I buy a Lucid and just hit short right now? That would probably work, to be honest. The stop at the high. Okay, so Seb, what I do is I size my trade to about halfway between the low and the high. So the low here is 53, the higher is 22. So I size for about 35 points of risk, which is about 3 micros. And then I, you know, take the trade, okay? And so if it stops me out with 3 micros, okay, I lose 300. If it's best case scenario, okay, I actually save money. It's only, you know, a $150, $120 loss, whatever it is, right? So that's how my sizing works. Because we average out the stop out, you know, at about halfway between the low and the high. But I have a hard stop set at the low. So the R is still good, but your risk is on point. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so hard stop at the low, keeping my risk capped. Okay. And then if it stops out where I'm anticipating cool, and then I'm allowing myself to take profit when we get to 1R. So here, see how we take 1R there? And so it's 1R from like the average stop out point, from the good stop out. I didn't used to do that. I used to do the reliable stop loss. I don't know if you guys remember that, where it would just be like a couple points out, and I would size for that. But I've since adjusted. Does Lucid have consistency on evals? Yes. Yeah, exactly, Seb. Yeah, you always have to size for the worst case scenario. Exactly, Harvey. Yeah, draw is like I said, it's the key. There's a reason why I don't know if I took the screenshot yesterday, but in that graphic I had, if you have strong order flow, weak draw, you size light to maybe normal, depending on, you know, how good the structure looks there. If it's strong draw, you size normal. If it's strong draw plus strong order flow, you size all the way up, right? What was the trade Dodgy took today? Apparently he took a short off open. He took like a 5-second here. Somewhere up here. I don't know. What was the top step glitch?
For the day on top step.
Yo, what is that?
Full port.
Oh, well, that person isn't getting a payout. Yeah, thanks, Lewis. Okay, so we're coming back up now. Are we delivering from anywhere? Let's establish this. It's hard because now we're like on the contract rollover, and so we can't really tell. There was an infinite money glitch on another prop firm one time. I forget what it was. Um, but it was like you had to trade a very specific forex pair or something. Yeah, Tradeify with Euro futures. That's what it was, and it was Tempo that leaked it. Yeah, I remember Fahrenheit, and yeah, a bunch of people tried passing accounts off that, and it just got reset. Yeah, I remember that, bro. It got leaked, and everyone found out. That was Tradeify. Yeah, dude. You know what I would do in that scenario if I found that glitch? All I would do is take one normal size trade that like doesn't really seem out of line with my normal trading strategy and just take that and walk away. And maybe they miss it, you know? Or maybe they just reset every account. That's probably what they would do. Yeah, I mean the only like A plus setup we could get today said would be like if we ran 848 or yeah, 848 and got a long from there. And we got like a power of three long where like okay we take another hour to run this low and then we get like longs to put in the daily wick. That would be about all I'd be interested in. And we'd be running into a 4 hour gap and a daily. Is there an inverse short here? Not really. Where do I see 848? Yeah, so if you look at the 1 hour and 4 hour, there's like this wick inside the Fair Value Gap that stands out. So that's what I'm targeting. Yeah, like okay, let's put this into perspective, okay? We're anticipating 10R a month, okay? That's one account basically, okay? If you're risking 10% of the drawdown and you're expecting 10R a month, that's that. If you lost 3R today, that's about a week and a half of work, okay? If you lost 5R today, that's about 2 weeks of work, okay? If you lost 1R today, that's like one day. Okay, if you're down two, you lost like 4 days of work, maybe 3 days of work, okay? Do you want to make that worse? Do you want to make that worse? Okay. Well, there you go. Contextualizing it with time can help too, right? To deter you from making a bad situation worse. Yeah. And that's not fixed. Obviously it can fluctuate. Like if we hit a 5R trade in one day, well that's 2 weeks of work made in a single day, right? So like we're just talking about averages here. Like today, normally I'm supposed to risk 250 a trade. I was risking like 3 to 500 a trade. So I made 3R today, which is like a week and a half of work. According to the risk that that I follow. Yeah, yeah, you don't want to do that, Harvey. I've definitely had those moments in the past, for sure. Bitcoin down to 85K. Hmm. It is the 17th. I think I'm gonna buy another 10 shares of IBIT. Not financial advice. All right, I got another 10 shares of IBIT locked in. Question: if it takes 1 to 2 weeks to pass an eval and get buffer, why not risk more than 10% of the drawdown? Oh, I do. I risk 25%, 20%. Also, funding ticks cooked. I don't know if you guys saw, but it's all cooked. Their Discord is going crazy. It's over. Can I just short and make a lot of money? Wait for a stop run candle, and then you can probably short it as long as we respect the bearish PD arrays. So like let's say we generate liquidity here. Okay. Let's say we just keep stacking up these highs, and then we get a stop run candle that runs up. As long as we continue to respect that for value gap, that's where you can short. You can either take the confirmation with the inverse, or you can just take like the stab into the gap, whatever you're feeling more conviction in. What happened with funding ticks? They changed their rules and they denied people to live, and they pushed people to live early. It's a mess. Yeah, Baker had a 6K payout that he requested. He was supposed to get the 90-10 profit split. Instead, they moved him to 80-20 the day after they or whatever it was. You can tell them the situation. But yeah, when they closed my accounts because I didn't trade for a week, that's when I knew. Yeah, they were just they're a scam firm. They should have honored that. I don't know why they wouldn't honor that. You did it within the proper windows. I would submit it. Did you submit a ticket? Isn't that like a breach of contract? Like, I understand changing the rules at any time, but you made the request, and they have to honor the request within the terms of their contract. I mean, they're based in Dubai, so you couldn't do anything. But dude, yeah, don't trade any prop firms outside the U.S. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Lucid is, but I just don't trust any that are based outside the U.S. But Lucid and TPT, I guess, are valid. Oh, they're from apparently London. London's good. Make sure they're not from like, I hate to say it, but make sure they're from a first world country. Make sure they're from a place that has laws and regulations that protect consumers. There you go. That's a better answer, actually. Make sure your prop firms come from a place where yeah. And if that view is reliable, yeah, they're good. I mean, as far as like paying out and that kind of thing, yeah. It's basically just any prop firm that's based in a country that doesn't have consumer protection laws. It's the Wild West. I mean, you could get a payout, you might not get a payout. Who knows? Top Step is from the U.S., but they suck because their management sucks, not because they don't pay out. They pay out. Chicago is where Top Step's from. Apex is Texas. What do you mean? Where's your proof, Baker? Can't you go in and look at the dashboard? Uh, Trend friend, what is it? Was it a month? I don't think it's 7 days. I think it's a month. That's weird, Baker. Yeah, AP, that's what MFFU does. And I think Lucid as well. Yeah, look, it says 890. What's that? Is that different? That's an old one? Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you've been requesting 890 and it randomly changes to 790, that's odd. So yeah, they probably I don't know. How's gold doing today? I haven't really checked in gold. Well, yes, 1 hour doesn't look great. Oh, gold's doing good. Are flagged after 20 days of no trading activity. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm on. Thank you, trend friend. Dude, I just had a Steelers fan come up on my timeline and say that the Steelers offense was better than the Lions offense. Dude, sometimes I feel like people like get secret lobotomies and just don't tell anyone, and then they just post stuff online. Anyone in here a Steelers fan? Okay, Baker sounds good. Wait, why can't I hear it? Dude, I love Top Gear. Yeah, this is getting pretty choppy. Wait, this is actually Joni. Yeah. I mean, I watched American Top Gear and that was fun for a little bit. Definitely not as good as the OGs, but still decent. I like Tanner Faust. Tanner Faust was cool. I don't know if Joni. Oh yeah, Joni did stop their sub. Well, L. Yeah, obviously the road trips were the best. Yeah. And I liked the Stig too. I liked when the F1 drivers would come on and set like lap times. Dude, I feel like I led some people astray with that 4 minute when I called it A plus, but like that's genuinely what it was. It was an A plus setup. It's just I don't know. It sucked. I think I said that in live time too. I said that like this trade just isn't very good, but it's still A plus. That's where like discretion comes in. The 30 second I really liked though. Like that one, like if you took that, like I'm not mad. But that's the only way I could have improved. I feel like today was being very clear about this 4 minute. So here is a potential stop run candle. Okay. we need to see like these highs get hit or the 15-minute get tapped into for it to be like a real manipulation leg. But this is what I was talking about earlier when we generate liquidity and then we get one of these spiked up candles.
Do we got anything or looking good or anything or what?
I mean, 848 is probably the draw right now, but yeah, no setups.
We hit the 4. Yeah, we're still gonna go down to the 4 hour though.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I think the draw on liquidity is easy, but you're shorting so low now.
Yeah.
All right, I just woke up from a nap, so
Yeah, man. I mean, if you want to hang out, tell us a little bit about your journey. You can, or we
dude,
can head out.
um, dude, in my opinion, I, I think my journey's like just beginning right now, dude. Like every single day I like do some random side quest. Like this is like my beginning of my journey. Like going to the New York Stock Exchange, just like dude, that is my journey, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, H the kid, his name's Jordan on Twitter. He asked if I wanted to do like any partnerships or any like business with him like in the exchange, and I said no because obviously I'm like doing my own thing and I like my freedom and stuff, and it's just what I do. But um,
Yeah. Well, man, wherever you decide to take your journey, I'll be there to support you and obviously help you out. So, why didn't we sweep liquidity on the 1 hour this morning? The ITH at 25,517 left perfect equal highs on ES. Because we were respecting bearish PD race, so order flow was bearish. I'm guessing that's why we left those behind. Oh yeah, and it looks like they were side by side, maybe. Yeah, so side by side equal highs aren't that important. I mean, yeah, they're okay, but like, do you see the difference between these equal highs and the equal lows we had yesterday? Like these ones. Like, there's obviously a difference in quality there, right? We inversed the 4 hour up. We did. So the higher time frame, I agree with you, was bullish. Okay. But the lower time frame, as we established coming into the session, was bearish, right? Because we were respecting that 15-minute bearish gap, and we were disrespecting bullish lower time frame PD arrays. So order flow in the lower time frame didn't align with the higher time frame. And then we had the 1 hour here as a condition for price, and if price violated this 1 hour, then the order flow switches on the higher time frame, and we become bearish. Okay, so yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, that was it was weird how price didn't respect that London low level and come back up, but that's where you have to adapt, right? You come in with an expectation, and if your expectation isn't met and it changes, that's where you adjust. Yeah, 40 minutes of straight chop, but I feel like we're having a pretty good conversation here. I mean, there was a lot of learning opportunities today, and the prop firm discussion was good. I don't know. It's nice having this community, guys, because we're able to inform one another of the things that happen that maybe you wouldn't be able to learn about if you weren't in this community, right? Like, I probably wouldn't know that Funding Ticks was doing these things to traders, or I wouldn't know that, like, because I don't trade with Top Step, right? Like, I mean, I'm guessing I would hear it on social media eventually, but it's nice having that like that live discussion almost. So I stream next week on Monday and Tuesday? Yeah, I will. And then we'll be off. Okay. Another stop run candle, maybe. If the conditions are good, Seb, yeah, I'll always take a trade unfunded. Michael Paddock finally tweeted. Real talk, Top Step community. I hear you and I hear the frustration. We've grown wild fast this year because we have the best program, but with that growth, we haven't delivered the best trading experience or the best support, and that's on us. We see it. We're fixing it. Adjustments to improve your trading and support experience are our top priority. More details soon. He tweeted this at 9:32, and then I'm pretty sure 15 minutes after this tweet came out, Top Step crashed again. Like, I'm almost positive that's exactly what happened, right? Dude, it's almost turning into like the boy who cried wolf, right? How many times can Michael Paddock say, "Yeah, we're fixing our problems," and then none of the problems get fixed? It's like a politician. Yeah, Seb, that's crazy. Like I said, guys, get off Top Step. I know. A lot of you are like, "But I love Project X. It's the best." It doesn't matter if it's not reliable, then you don't use it. And I feel bad for those of you that like I tried to persuade and I tried to talk to about getting off Project X, and then you guys were like, "No, no, please, it's so good. I can't deal with Trade Evade. It's too hard. I don't want to go to a different prop firm." And now you're experiencing this. Does Lucid have Trade Evade? Yes. I mean, just think about how much money they've lost though. Like in taking away people's losses and giving back evals and whatever. Like that's probably so much money. And they're still around, which is crazy. Like think about how much money they make if they're able to do all this. Yeah, that's bad, Trent Fred. That's almost as bad as Apex. Apex takes so long. By the way, Bitcoin apparently had a 200 or $140 billion swing in market cap in under 2 hours. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. There's probably a crazy IFPG setup on this. Bro, look at the 1 hour. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, the IFPG setup of all time on Bitcoin here. Hey, I bought. Look at that. I bought at the liquidity sweep. I bought more IBIT. Wait, I'm kind of him. Wait, I'm taking the 5 minute inverse on IBIT. Wait, I'm kind of him. I mean, low key. Oh, we missed previous day low. Oh, we actually missed the liquidity. I'm not him. Never mind, guys. Ignore that. Okay, death candle here on NQ. Yeah, I'm longing before liquidity's been swept. Maybe took it on another exchange. Yeah, let's check something other than Coinbase. Let's cope now. Bitcoin USD. Let's do CME. Futures did not take it. All right, let's check BTC USD on Binance. Not enough liquidity. BTC USD on, I guess here. Ooh, we made equal lows. Yeah, no, nobody's taking liquidity. Okay, well. Use this, the index. Okay, I'll take a look at it. This one. Didn't take it on the index. Okay, well, I'm cooked. It's probably an SMT with something. Yeah, guys, we got an SMT with Ethereum right now. Well, I guess maybe Bitcoin here for a long if we sweep liquidity and get a V shape. Oh, with Trump coin? Yeah, let's check Trump coin. Give me a sec. It's just Trump, right? Trump. Yeah, this one. Is it this one? Yeah. Ooh. That doesn't look good. What the hell happened? We took liquidity and then kept going. Yeah, how's Tesla doing today? I know they just took all-time highs. Okay, it's a little pullback. Down 5% today? My goodness. Wow, look at that 1 hour inverse on Tesla, man. That was the play. Swept liquidity. 1 hour inverse. Short, target the low. I mean, that's textbook. We should look at Mag 7 for the strat. Yeah, let's just take a look at Tesla on the 1 hour, see if we can find more opportunities like that. Ooh. Wait a minute. That's not bad. Okay. That wouldn't have been too bad either, but looks like it was a break even. That's invalid. That would have been nice, but that failed. What else? Not really anything. Maybe this. This looks good. I mean, I know that it's like kind of a weird situation there, but like price comes down, runs the low. I don't know. There's kind of something there. It's weird. It's weird when yeah, it closes. I guess we need 24-hour trading. I don't know. Cool. That's Tesla. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay. At this point, guys, is there anything for us to do right now? Is there any trade we can take? Yeah? Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time for Wordle. Okay. Like, is this something? No, it can't be that. Oh, I like Crash. Oh, good try. Good try. That was good. Yeah. Interesting candles. Ooh, okay. Is it grass? All right, grass. I like to eliminate the word with the other or with a different consonant before I eliminate the double, because if it's not grasp, but the P is in the word, like at the front, then that helps me on my next guess. Does that make sense? Just nerd shit. God. I don't know. Yeah, Electron, you're not rocking with this? This is good PA, man. Kayak Pilot, Plane, Shell, Even, Madame, Truth, Civic, Level, Fluke, Odyssey, Dugout, Label, Raft, Flat, Accord. Odyssey, Accord, Civic, Pilot? Right? Or is it Kayak, Civic, Level? What would be the last one? Madam? Like anagrams? Like, and this is like the Honda Pilot is a SUV in the US. What if it's this? It's probably the easier answer. Let's find another category here. Flat, plane, level, even. Oh, so it is. And then what? Probably something to do with the word itself. Since I'm not identifying like kayak, shell, raft. What's the last one? Fluke. One away. Instead of what? Instead of what? That? Okay. Biblical figures plus starting letter. Luke, Abel, Adam, Ruth. Interesting. Okay, so we get a death candle. Nah, this isn't the manipulation. This is actually the candle to get us to 848, right? The start of it, maybe, hopefully. We do have an SMT with ES. I guess this 1 minute. We don't have delivery though, guys. Like, where are we coming off of? Oh God. I hope we don't get it. Let me go into replay mode real quick. Dude, there's not even a 3-minute gap. Or a 5-minute. Yeah, there's nothing. There's not a single gap. I guess the 4 hour, but I think I'd rather see this low swept. This is actually probably going to be a short that works from this gap, if I had to guess. Maybe. Just kind of based on whatever everything else I've seen today, I feel like this might have a better chance of working than the long. And then you put your stop at the swing high. And it's the 2022 model at low a day. And you go to break even when we retake the low. It's the most discount ever. Yeah, we're down 1.7% on the day. Uh-oh. Not a good candle. Wait. We're just balancing the gap, right? You're taking the 30-second on eval? Okay. Like, I don't think I'm wrong to getting married to the 848 here because there's nothing, there's nowhere we should bounce from here. We should just go down to that low first. This is a long. I mean, it's a pattern trade. It's a good pattern trade. It's a good AMD setup, I guess, but I would rather just see the short work here. That's why I have the RR box drawn for the 2022 model. I'm a pattern trade, yeah. Why is this a banger, man? Why is this 30 seconds slash 1 minute actually good? Well, I think the 30 seconds invalid now, but why was the 1 minute actually good? Guys, it's gonna work. This is the AMD setup. Right? This is good momentum. And we kind of generated liquidity here for us to run now. And this was kind of my dream scenario condition. Bro. I guess we're due for a stop run. It's kind of like the reason why I was taking longs. It's literally the exact same. Like taking this long isn't. I guess it's not that bad in hindsight. You're just betting on the stop run versus the move down. I guess whatever. I guess this works. How many of you guys are in this type one? I'm curious. I mean, this would be an A plus setup if we had delivery. I would be break even now. Wow, that printed. I guess I should have alerted it. Uh-oh. That looks like a liquidity sweep. Uh-oh. Oh, brutal. That was the stop run on the 2022 model, so that was back up, and now we're just coming down. That was up 1 hour. Let's check. Yeah, looks like it. It hasn't break even yet. Still good. That was a brutal liquidity sweep, though. Is that an SMT? Yeah. SMT that high. LRLR, kinda. It's more just like stacked liquidity, but yeah, it's not bad. Wow, what a circle. I have a technicality suggestion. Let's name it to LRL since we are analyzing on the chart. It's just liquidity waiting to be run, so. I mean, I'll just call it trendline liquidity from now on. We'll just call it TL. LRLR is kind of a stupid name. There's a lot of stupid names from ICT, I'll be honest. But hey, I mean, we just do it. We rock with it because that's how everyone was taught. This was not a fun play in my opinion. I think it depends. If you wanted to like take it on fundeds you don't necessarily care about, this is a fine setup. And if you lost on it, it's just, well, the draw is lower. But I mean, we're due for retracements, right? We have to remember, price wants to balance inefficiencies before running liquidity. So like we leave these behind, they're gonna want to get balanced. We have this 30-minute here. I guess it makes sense. I just saw how many longs failed today, and I didn't want to be like the guy that alerted this and was like, yeah, guys, let's take a long. Was I afraid to speak up? No, not necessarily. I just didn't care about it enough. To me, it's just a label. I know what it is, and that's all that matters to me. Oh, oh, my bad. You did reply to him. Yeah, I'm intelligent. You need the low personally? Yeah. Like this coming off of 848 would have been nice, but still, I mean, we recognize that this could be AMD. So you can partial at the 30-minute gap here, and then you should leave maybe a runner if you're in this. But I would be out most at the 30-minute gap, 969. Yeah, we'll see. We'll catch you to well, we'll catch you tomorrow. I almost said later in tomorrow. Watch Flamengo versus PSG right now. Dude, the problem is, if I pull up Mets streams, I have no idea what people. Actually, I know exactly what people are going to type in there. That's why I can't watch any sports. Really? Oh my goodness, that does sound like a good game. All right, well, there's the TP. If you took that. Was this a good play? This was a great eval play, great singular funded, great, fundeds you don't care about. Just based off structure. Was it like a copy traded funded or good funded play? No, I don't think so. Like I didn't take that. I don't feel any sort of way about missing it either. I don't feel FOMO. I think the bias here is still bearish to 848. Now, if we got the setup after sweeping 848 and I missed it, yeah, I would regret that. I mean, this moved what 25 points. That's, I guess, decent. Would I short from the 30-minute? What gap would I be inversing here? The 2-minute maybe. I probably wouldn't because we're shorting at low a day. The only dream scenario condition now for me is just to long after 848. Okay. All right. Oh, I can't hear it. Adele or no? What is it like? Set fire to the rain, or maybe it's not Adele. No, because it's got drums. Maybe it's fun. No. What am I thinking? Yeah, this is Adele, guys. Bro, what is that? We're supposed to get this in two. 2012, 850 million. Is it this one? No. Oh my god, is this song? How was I supposed to get that in the first two? Alright. Well, that's that. Price is kind of pulling back here. Like I said, you should have been basically out of everything at that 30-minute. Let's see our stats. Are we good? Ew, we're not even good. All right. 2.3, 2015. Wow. 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 How the hell did I just get that? I don't know. Yeah, it was the clock sound. That's what it was. And then 2015, that just checked out. 658, 2014. what is it called? Is it that's waves, right? Yeah. Oh, it's Bruno. Interesting. Is it style? No. 2012 A12. Can you talk about when taking the lower time frame IFG is right? Yes. Okay, so we just talked about this yesterday a little bit. Whenever you have a strong draw, momentum is good, and we've established like some semblance of lower time frame order flow. That's when you can take the lower time frame IFG. So you have to have a good draw. You have to have usually the time has to align as well, and you have to have good momentum on that inverse. Okay, and usually you want a good break even too, and that's when you can take it. And also, if it makes sense, like if it seems like the higher time frame gap will also close, right? So like let's say we have like a small 1 minute and a big 30-second. If we blast through that 1 minute and we're going to close above the 30-second, and it makes sense like we'll close above the 1 minute, you can take the 30-second there. Okay. So those are like the big things, right? Momentum, draw, and then, if it makes sense. This is actually going to go to the 15. Yeah, I mean, the fact that we failed to come back lower there and grab that 1 minute, that might have actually just been low a day we put in. Wow. I mean, it's silly to think that we're gonna go lower in a way, but it's also silly to fade that. I don't know. I don't mind missing it. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, we recognize this is AMD in live time. There's the 15. Honestly, because we've already pushed up through this 30-minute, I don't even know if I would full TP there. I mean, I guess it's fine. You're up a decent amount of points, but like, what if this goes all the way? What if we come all the way back? And then you could just like have your stop trail. Oh man, that's a lot of momentum. Oh no. Guys, it might be gone. If we inverse this 30-minute, we're going back. We get the 5, 15, and 30. This might be gone. We got 5 minutes left. Damn. If we get the 30-minute, it's gonna go back to lunch highs, I think. We get the 30-minute inverse. Or the next hourly gap or whatever. Dude, am I missing something? Why does it feel like everyone and their mother took this setup? There's no delivery here. We're bouncing off of essentially what? Like, yeah, what are we? That's true. We're an insane discount. It's perfect AMD. That's fair. I just wasn't even that big of a fan of the risk to reward to the 30 minute. It was okay. Yeah. Did I even rate this setup? I don't remember. Yeah, crypto, that's good. I mean, it's basically the same idea as earlier with these stop runs, right? We're anticipating it. Wait, I said light bulb? Did I say light bulb? I don't remember saying that. I think I'm being trolled. I said singular funded, good eval trade. Okay. I mean, I still feel that way. I don't think my opinion changes much. Now, if we'd gotten this set up after we'd gotten some like higher time frame confirmation that we wanted to go higher, I probably would have taken unfunded. Got 2 more minutes till 3. Yes, I did talk this down, correct. That's what I remember. Well, Dodgy posted his daily review, which means he was on the charts. And I'm guessing he saw this and he hasn't said anything about it. So I guess I mean if he's not posting it, I don't think we missed anything. You did, Steve? That's funny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Samuk. All right, let's check. So 15 didn't close, 30 didn't close. Was this pullback to 50 of the PM range? It was. So we grabbed 50. There is kind of a short setting up now. I guess we'll see. What would you consider longs? This hurts to watch. Whenever we inverse the 30/15 minutes, so I guess in another 30 minutes. Right now, I'm watching the 2 minute, 3 minute, and 1 minute to the downside here. We have an SMT at the high. Our draw on liquidity isn't very good, so. Now, see, this makes sense. Liquidity sweep delivering from last gap in the leg. So we have delivery here. We're coming down. If we disrespect the 1 and 2 minute here, we should go to this low. And then maybe lower from there. It doesn't really align with like daily structure really because we are anticipating power of 3. But yeah, okay. I guess this is something. Let's evaluate what this is. Okay, so we have strong order flow, weak draw. Okay. So maybe this is like a light size play. It's technically A plus. I mean, the momentum here isn't amazing, so maybe more so A than A plus. Yeah, the draw isn't good here. We're just targeting an ITL at first, and then I guess that external. It's kind of a mid draw. It's not great. We're also targeting like a low that took out another low. No, this was just a retracement to balance the 30 and 15 minute. So order flow is still bearish. If we inverse these 1 minute bearish gaps, 2 minute bearish gaps, I'm saying the order flow will be strong. SMR isn't order flow, it's structure, by the way. I mean, it's both, I guess, but yeah. Once the SMR is completed, it's no longer order flow. Like we've already gone neutral when we hit the 15-minute gap. It was just lower time frame. Okay, so 2 minute not going to close for another minute. 1 minute about to close here. Stop's kind of big now. Looks like it's going to go invalid. Did it go invalid? Nah, we didn't. Okay, so we left equal lows. Stop on this would be 20-ish points. Watching the 2 minute here still. Want to make sure that closes below. It looks like it's going to. Yeah, okay. This is going to close below. All right, there's the close. I am going to take this light in a funded. And then I'll go break even at this low here, or at the gap, I should say. This is like an A minus slash A setup. It's just okay. The draw on liquidity just isn't very good here. I like the equal O's though, at least. Paying attention to SMTs here as well. All right, I'm gonna go break even there. Not scaling anything yet. Yeah, if we respect this last gap in the leg, we're just still going to be bullish, I guess. And I got break even. Fantastic. Well, that was a decent attempt, I guess. Oh, no, I did this unfunded. I did this unfunded, Samuk. The FU short of doom, bro. All right, I'll actually give you guys the breakdown on why I took this trade. So we have our 50% pullback of the PM range. Balanced a 15 and 30 minute free value gap that we delivered from. Had a nice kind of V-shaped setup here. Had good risk. And then I wanted to scale at the low, at PM low here. And I wanted to scale at 848 with a runner. And that was going to be kind of the idea for this trade. Now, unfortunately, we got break even, and we have to go break even because we're running into a bullish fair value gap. Now, I don't know if it's going to save us, but it's just unlucky that we didn't like get like a higher displacement candle there. I did get break evened to the tick as of right now, which is very unfortunate. I entered at 58.25 on the pullback. I thought I had a very nice entry, and despite that, I still got stop break even, but it was only on micros. It wasn't even on NQ. On NQ, we only came up to 58. The 2 minute short. We got break even. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. There was a 1 minute long that was an AMD setup. I said it was a good pattern trade. I said, singular funded, maybe eval. Some people took this. But that was about it. I didn't take it. I took this, though. I just got break even. Would you have taken this 1 minute long? I'm curious. Okay. On accounts you care about or accounts you don't care about? Like, is this a live account play for you? Really interesting. Okay. True. Okay. And even though it's like against the bias, it doesn't matter because structure there is so good. Like it's clearly AMD, right? And we generated liquidity here, and we left behind these unfilled gaps. Okay, so you're basically just your case there is like, yeah, it's against the bias, but we probably are due for a stop run. Okay. Yeah. No, I did the same exact thing this afternoon during lunch. I was just betting on this stop run. That's how I had that really good trade. I took this inverse. So like I did kind of something similar, but I took it on accounts I don't really care about. This is never a setup. Like I feel like both of these setups aren't something I would take on an account I care about. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, guys, I guess now we know. We take it next time. Yeah. No, I'm just yeah, just wanted to pick your brain. What did he say? He said that this is a good play because the win rate on it is good enough. The AMD setup here. By the way, final scale hit for the 15-minute and then would have been break even. So I guess the call there to scale everything at the high was the right one. Is the max minis on an Apex 25K 4? Yes. And one thing I want to talk about with Lucid, since more of you guys are buying those accounts, with Lucid, there's a scaling plan in the funded phase. So you can. Oh, wait, we talked about this earlier, actually, I think, right? Two minis up to $1,000 profit. Then it increases from 2 to 3 when you have between $1,000 and $2,000 profit. And then it goes up to 4 after $2,000 profit. Nice, Tommy. So break even kind of saving us here. What time does MOC happen? It's 3:50 every single day. So wow, yeah, the break even is going to save us. Looks like we are maybe still bullish here. We have a 5-minute gap that formed. Now, what do we think of the win rate for this play? We have delivery now. We swept some liquidity. 50%. Lot of momentum. Honestly, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Wow, that's a really bullish 1 minute candle. It's a shame there's not an inverse there on the 1 minute. 2 minute would be the soonest entry, then the 3, then the 5. I have a feeling this could just go invalid based on how much we're pumping up here. Hopefully not, though. I mean, we would have to target what here? PM high, maybe? 3R? So we need this to be, what, a 40% win rate? Dude, this wins 40% of the time, right? Let's think about order flow here. Is this strong or weak order flow? We haven't inversed the 15 or the 30 minute. So we're technically still respecting bearish PD arrays, but that's a lot of momentum. This is kind of, I feel like on the weaker side. How is the draw? Is the draw any good? I feel like not yet, because we haven't inversed these for value gaps, so this isn't confirmed. Is the risk reward good? Sure. 3R, if you hold the full thing. Is there anything else that could be a potential draw to buy side here? Did the 3 and 2 just close? The 3 and 2 did not close above. So we don't get the inverse. But we do prevent the loss there on the 2 minute short, so that was good. So I'm going to say we skip this one. Yeah. Unless we have a very convincing 5 minute close, I think this is like an A- setup. Also, we're targeting an SMT. I forgot to mention that too. So we're targeting an SMT high. Here's open. Bro, here's open will always be funny. Okay, so we reject the 5. Now wait a minute. Now what do we do? Is it a protected high? No. Oh, the 1 minute, yeah. Wait. Yeah, because we didn't close above it. 1 minute short here. Yeah, we need to re-hit PM low, I think. You're shorting? Okay. Order flow, strong. Draw liquidity, weak. So, I guess, is it the model? Not really. No liquidity sweep. Do we have delivery? Yes. I give it a B plus setup. No liquidity sweep, no trade. Someone explain why Here's Open is so funny. So one time I was covering for Dodgy, and he was in Arizona or something like that, and he was in a different time zone. And he gets on the stream at like 10:30 Eastern, and we're like already expanded. We've already moved a bunch, and he goes, "All right, guys, Here's Open," and it's 10:30 Eastern, and we're all like, "Wait, what?" And he said it like 4 different times, and I'm like, "Dude, it's 10:30." He's like, "Wait, what?" No. I didn't even correct him. I just let him keep saying it, and eventually he texted me like later that day, and he was like, "Dude, I just realized why you guys were laughing about Here's Open." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I thought you were joking." But yeah, that's why Here's Open is funny. God. Okay. Well, I guess we're not gonna get anything for 3. That sucks. Like maybe Starboy? I thought it was style too, Lobster, but I think it's a little slower. No. I don't know what that is at the end. Not Starboy. Just hold on, we're going home? I don't think so. I don't remember that drums. Show here? I'll try it. What's it called? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll just skip it. Oh wait, we're dumping. Wait, I'm throwing. Oh god. Okay, there's the death candle. This is a decent short, I guess. I don't know. It's gonna be break even already. Oh god. Did we make equal lows? Yeah, we made equal lows. Okay. Um. Yeah. This is that was a lot of momentum. Okay, so there's the break even. Dude, I look away for 2 seconds and we just dumped 5 million points. Well, I'm never playing Bandle again. Goodbye. Hopefully it's just a break even trade. Unless you guys are in it, then hopefully it's not. But I mean, it should be a break even. We got to come back to fill the gap in the devil's mark. So wait, we didn't have a liquidity sweep. Is this a good trade? I mean, you're just basing it off momentum. This is like a B plus setup, I guess. A minus. Oh no. Okay, break even trade. We missed nothing. Thank goodness. Had me worried there for a second. I was holding my breath. All right. Yeah, we'll stay focused for the rest of the day. I guess that's what price is going to do. So we have a new significant gap, right? This 2 minute slash, I guess the 2 minute. So if that breaks with the 30-second, that'll take us to the low and then maybe lower from there. This would be a good, I guess, maybe eval trade. And just hold for 1,000,000 points. $90. I mean, if we dump at 3, that could be good. I wonder if there's any like 0-day options. $601s out of the money are $40. I think I'd rather trade the 602s, but yeah. Why Apex is not letting me trade my PA? Says order rejected. I have no idea. Are you on the rate contract size? Are you on NQ or MNQ? Oh, all good. Okay, what happened? It was because I was using MNQ? Okay. Okay, there you go. Very cool. All right, here's 330. This long is A plus. All right, this is a Harvey Law alert then. Harvey Law is saying you guys should all take this. I am not responsible for the outcome of this trade. Mechanically, yes, mechanically. Subjectively, what is the order flow, guys, right now? Where are we? What is order flow? Are we bearish or bullish? Bearish as we respect the higher time frame gaps. Okay, so you're saying order flow is bearish in the higher time frame. What about the lower time frame? Yeah, I'm gonna say neutral. I have no idea what the order flow is in the lower time frame until either the 5 minute, 15 minute, all those gaps break to the upside, or this 2 minute breaks to the downside. So while we're trading in this, honestly, I shouldn't have gotten even like phased by this candle. I just saw the momentum and I was like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. But like realistically, none of these trades are good in here. Yeah, if we break the 2 to the downside, it'd be a good like. I guess it'd be decent. I don't know. 30-second inverse to the downside here. Two-minute close in 24 seconds. Okay, I might gamble this 2-minute inverse. If we can create the 1-minute OB to the downside, I might just put my stop above that and gamble the 2-minute. Or even if we get the 2-minute inverse here. I mean the 2-minute OB. And no inverse. Yeah, this is a lot of momentum coming down. See if we get the 1 minute candle close, I guess, creating the OB. That should take us to the low. And then what is the risk here? Something like that. It's 1-1. I guess we trade OBs here now. Let me know, Reliable. It's your call. Oh, God. It's your call, man. You decide if you like the trade. And we get an SMT. It's cooked. What about this 30-second backup with the SMT? Oh my goodness, man. I was kind of rocking with the 2 minute inverse to the downside, but yeah, now the SMT kind of messes everything up. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. I guess we'll see. We got 30 more seconds. Doesn't look like we're going to get a close below. You're still in your soup? Nice. All right, guys, we're all gambling the 2 minute inverse, right? It's not even going to inverse. Bro. Bandle? No. Dude, I can't even chase here. This is not even a good chase because the draw sucks. Oh well. Speedy stop, bro. It's not even funny. Because, like, when I first met you, I feel like that is 100% something that could happen. Dude, I can't be responsible if I hear, dude, I just lost 20 grand. What changed? He's been in the mentorship for a few weeks. He's learned. You're on prop firm accounts right now, Speedy? Nice. Dude, look at the momentum on this close. This is like a B minus setup. This is so bad. F minus, actually. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, guys. What if 350 is good? Wait. It might happen. Didn't break. Didn't break. We close to the tick, right? Yeah, we close to the tick. Nice. $30 still isn't broken either. Peter texted me the data. 3.5 billion short, he said. Nice. I was this even a B? I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I'm just throwing out letters. Reliable, take this on eval. I have one problem, guys. I don't have any evals. I've passed them all. And I don't plan on expanding to any other firms yet because no other firms really look that good of a deal. I have 25 fundeds. So every trade I take is now a funded play. That's why somehow those Lucid account balances are up 1.5. I'm already maxed on LON. No, I'm only trading Lucid in Apex right now. Get more Lucid as backup? That's an idea. Will my accounts get closed after not trading them for 20 days though? If I have them as backup, I guess I would just have to enter a micro and exit. But I'm not gonna need a backup. I'm just gonna run these balances up hella crazy and make 50K, 60K on these accounts. Am I gonna blow them on the 6 payout? Nah, I'm gonna go for live. I'm only gonna go for live from now on. No point. Build buffers, get big payouts, go to live. That's my goal from here on out. I've completely shifted my mindset. Could get this 1 minute inverse to the upside and we hold the SMT. Have a 2 minute and yeah, just a 2 minute. 2 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute's better. Why do I not hate this long? A lot of momentum coming up here. I mean, I'd like to see the 2-minute close above as well. Risk isn't bad, about 15 points. No close above the 1, right? Oh, maybe it did. It just didn't on micros. Yeah, we did. We closed above. Okay. I feel like we got to see the 2-minute close as well. Just for that extra confirmation, since we're kind of in no man's land. We do have this LRLR. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a long setup. This is like A minus. Maybe A, actually, with the LRLR. I'm going to take this light. Oh, no. Don't let it go. No. Oh, it's invalid now. I guess the 1 minute was the setup. If you're in from the 1 minute, I'd go break even. This was good. I just realized we had the LRLR there. I guess you could have entered early. Damn. I don't think this is a forced trade. I actually think that was kind of light bulb. I saw the LRLR. It looked really algorithmic. I would go break even on this at this high here. 7.6. 75. You somehow got in this. This works. And then I would just sell everything at 23 points at the high. Or maybe not. That's a bearish candle. Well, I guess it's a good thing. We're not in this. We just taking anything out? Nah, this isn't horrible. This isn't bad. This is like A minus because of the conditions, but that draw was decent. LRLR. We respected the 2-minute gap to the left there, so order flow was still bullish on the lower time frame. We inversed the bearish gap. It was obvious. It was good momentum. This is like takeable, I think. But yeah. I guess it was invalid. And we had the SMT at the low, too. I forgot about that. We had the SMT at the slow. Still holding the 1 minute inverse. Ooh, wait a minute. Confirmation setup. 30-second confirmation setup. Still A minus, I think. Gotta respect that last gap in the leg. Get good momentum. What do we think? Is it 1-1 to the high? Yeah, it is. Even on the hard stop, it is. We get a good close. We're all taking this, right? Maybe I'll put like a micro risk on it for funded. Just for fun. We can do it for 350. I'm on one? No, this just trust. All right, it's a 1 minute long now. It's even better risk now. I'd probably still use the 30-second though. Well, it doesn't really look like we're going to get the inverse anyway before 350. And at that point, the candle's just going to pop up and displace, and we won't be able to take it. Oh, wait. Wait for us. Don't go. I am going to take this for 1-1 with, I guess, 3 micros. Yeah, 1 minute before 350. And we're not going to... Oh, wait. We might get the close. 3 seconds. No close. Darn. All right. Well, it's going to go without us probably then. No inverse, no trade. Yeah, it's gonna close right at 350 now. Well, it's a good thing we didn't get the close. My goodness. You still don't think this is forcing? Nah. Nah, that was good. That was a great set. Dang. Well, GG. I guess today's done. Bad P8? Yeah. I mean, I was holding out hope. I thought we might get something. Oh, we still have the 2 minute. Wait, it's not over yet. No, it's gonna go without us. Bro, come on. That was it. That was the trade. Darn. Well, maybe we get a pullback before the low. No. This close to the tick, Seb. All right, there's the low. Darn. That was the setup. Okay. What do we think about this LRLR? Come on. We get the longs back up now? On the 1 minute? SMT at the low now? Oh, the 30-second. And it's gone. Wait. Nope. It's gone. SMT broken. Don't you have to be out of lucid by a certain time? Yeah, I think it's 4:10. Okay, do we have like a 2 minute now? Yeah, 2 minute gap forming. Wait. Wait. Just say enter? Okay. No inverse. Fahrenheit, how's the soup going? Sorry, that sounded toxic. Stopped? Damn. Whoa. Oh, 15 second. 15 second. Oh, it didn't close. Dang, we just don't want this reversal, man. We've left so much liquidity. Yoshi. Dude, it just doesn't want to go up. Bearish trend short, I guess. Darn. 848, 50 points away. For CPI tomorrow, what would be my strategy for passing evals? The eval pass strat. Send a few evals long, send a few evals short, do the limit order thing. Honestly, what do we think of this though? What do we mean, Harvey? Oh, okay. Seriously, having a conversation about today. The only good trade in hindsight was this long. Everything else was kind of mid while we chopped between the 2 and the 15. This was interesting with the LRLR. I'm not going to lie. I actually was considering taking this, but just light. And then we never got the close. And it was invalid. So, it is what it is. I mean, pressing sell right now, I wouldn't. It's too late in the day now. Dang, trend friend. Two-minute forming. Should have hit sell at 349. I guess so. Guys, none of your orders will affect the market. We're on sim funding. But I know you're joking. I'm just. Formed in the 2-minute gap. I mean, it's over. Today's over. Eight four eight, maybe. See what this last 1-minute candle does here. Am I in the 30-second soup? No. I promise you that won't happen. I'm done with the Lucids for today. That probably won't happen again in a while, to be honest, because that was just a crazy day. I don't know what overcame me to make that happen, but all right, well, here's 4. Yes, I will catch all of you tomorrow. Alrighty? Unless we want to take this 1-minute inverse at 4:01. Well, we tapped into the 5-minute. I guess it'd be the 5-minute inverse. Dude, can you imagine if we got in this during PM? Why do we have to wait until after PM to get something like this? Dude, look at it! Wait, it's actually... Wait, no chance. Guys, come on. I can't alert in a setup after 4, but like it's just gonna start chopping now, right? Like that's all this is. Dude, what if the 30-second was invalid? Yeah, there was nothing. Damn. I figured that was gonna happen. I don't know. There was no way for me to get in that. I have a question. Would you guys take this long setup if it formed during the kill zone? assuming everything is the same. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I might take it. I have till 3:10. This would have to hit in 5 minutes. I'll wait. I'll wait a minute and a half. I was supposed to have a meeting with my accountant like right about now, but he hasn't called me yet. So yeah, we're not gonna get the setup. Dude, I am not about to alert this. There's just no way, right? What up, Ape Off? It's not even 1-to-1. Aw. Dude, no. He didn't even close above. Alright, guys. I will catch all of you tomorrow. Yeah, you could just take the 3-minute, I guess. I don't know. I'm over it. We'll watch it play out. This is an A+ setup. I don't know. Dude, oh my god. There's just no way. I've never seen a more light bulb setup after 4. There's the 2 and 3. There's the 3. It's A+. You have 4 minutes. Risk reward sucks, but who cares? Okay, go stop to break even there. Imagine all that just to be a break even trade. What the hell? I mean, okay, let's actually like justify this setup real quick. You're gonna put your stop loss below the OB, so we'll say it's 1-to-1. Okay. Right. I don't know. We had till 4:10. We got 2 minutes left. When your position will be auto closed wherever it's at 4:10. No, Apex allows you to hold till 4:59. So if you took this on Apexes, you're good. You could hold runners if you wanted to. I don't know why you would do that. I would just sell everything at the high and be done for the day. It's up 15 points right now. Well, 13. All right, we got a minute and a half left. How much of the loose it's up now? I didn't take this play. One minute left. It's running out of volume, guys. Nice, Bears. All right, well, I guess that's that. You get your TP at about 75. You make, I guess, 17 points. If you're still holding, I mean, you should be good to the high. There's really nothing that should stop this. Running into LRLR on ES now. The trend line. How many of you guys took this? There's just no way it's more than 10, right? Oh god. And I'm getting a phone call from my accountant now. Uh-oh. Alrighty, guys. Good luck with the rest of this trade. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.